Listen guys, I don't know what to say, man. The violence, the gore, the brutality that I saw in this episode was enough to make a grown man cry. Sung Jin Woo got done dirty. Man was on his deathbed in episode 2. Not even Eren Yeager got done that bad in episode 2. Yeah, okay, I know, but it wasn't that bad afterwards. Let me stop. The episode begins with hunters still trapped in the dungeon, and I thought that most of them died in the last episode, but it looks like a lot of them were still kept alive because more bodies needed to be dropped. One of the hunters tries escaping the dungeon, and damn! That guy got the Green Lantern treatment for sure. But you see, the thing is, whenever you have a weak character in anime, usually that character tends to be smart as hell. Jinwoo figures out that the statue probably wants them to follow the rules of the commandments, and so he tells everyone to bow towards it, and they all bowed their heads to the god statue, and that thing does that creepy iconic smile. The statue then stands up from its seat and goes demon time. This thing started the rumbling on all these hunters, squishing them to bits one by one. This episode showed no pity to these people, and I'm loving it. Let me be honest, with the exception of Jinwoo and Lee, I didn't feel sorry for any one of those hunters, man. Bro, especially this space dandy looking dude over here, I felt absolutely nothing for that guy. Now don't get me wrong, it was raw as the way each of them was dying, but the reality is they brought it against themselves for being dumb as hell. Call it karma. While the other hunters were getting squished and dismembered, Sung Jin Woo again uses his brains to come up with an idea, and he realizes that the second law of the commandments was to praise the god. So he tells the hunters to run to the statues with instruments, and the statues start playing music. What made this part of the episode amazing was the way each of the instruments made up the OST. Like, that was so fire. It fit the scene really well, especially with the way Jinwoo was struggling to reach that statue. If they managed to butcher this anime somehow, we can all appreciate the soundtrack. We have to give it that. Jinwoo manages to survive but loses a leg. Homegirl tries to heal him and she's stressing because she ain't built like that. The statue then summons an altar used for sacrifices, and Sung assumes it probably has to do with the third commandment, which is offering up a sacrifice. The captain decides to offer himself up, and bro, at least this man took the responsibility for his incompetence. As soon as he stepped into that circle, Sung and the rest of them should have just ran away when they had the chance. I mean, they probably would have survived, right? Never mind. As soon as the captain steps into the circle, a fire lights up and Jinwoo and the rest of the hunters step into the circle, and blue lights start to appear. The door opens up as the statues start moving towards them. The blue lights represent the countdown, and the red flames are the number of people in the circle. If they look away from the statues, they move closer, and if they look at them, they start freezing in place. But because everyone is scared shitless, they all run off, leaving Jinwoo, Lee and the captain all by themselves. And this was some pretty dark shit, man, in two ways. Like, first of all, who knows if that was a trap for the rest of them? Like, they might all be dead right now. And second, if none of them died, Jinwoo just got the biggest kick in the balls at the end of the episode. This man used all his wits to save the group, and he just got over at the end. And just hearing the way that man was screaming in agony while his limbs were getting sliced off was so hard to watch. Bro, Sung Jin Woo was the realest character, because while this man was getting dismantled and cleaved, he didn't have any heroic last words or none of that shit. Bro's inner monologue was a rant at how hypocritical the people in his group were, leaving him to die like that. This guy fully deserved to be angry, because what they did to him was some bullshit. Huge props to the voice actor, because he was going off during that. Just as he's about to die, a random heads up display pops up asking him if he wants to become a player, and he accepts. So I'm guessing this has to do with him getting a power up or something, and looks like we have to wait to find out next week. Last week's episode was fire, but this week's episode continued with the heat. A1 Pictures are really standing on business so far with this series. And guys, I don't know about you, but last week's episode should have been an hour long, because I just can't do with these cliffhangers, man. This episode was freaking great. I didn't expect the amount of violence that we got in it. Neither did I expect Jinwoo to get wrecked like that. I can tell that next week's episode is going to be action packed, because bro's going to respawn. The riddles that they did in the dungeon was pretty cool. It was something different, which is good, because I know that from here on out it's going to be straight action. I have a feeling that whatever that thing was that popped up when Jin Jin Woo was dying, it probably has to do with the statue, because this man was literally sacrificed on the altar itself. I think that statue probably gave him that power or whatever, because no way in hell is this dungeon a decade old. No way. This thing is most likely over thousands of years old. This episode also introduced us to his sister and his mom as well, and it makes sense why he became a hunter, because his mom most likely has a condition where only crystals could probably heal her or something. Yeah, we just have to see where that goes. But guys, this anime has been sick so far, man, and I know for a fact that when Sung Jin Woo wakes up next week, he's gonna want all the smoke.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this to me? King Kong ain't got shit on me!
Thank you guys for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And until next week, stay blessed.